Hey guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes RAW review, and I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Awesome! Raw review for the viewers at home today on an all new intra-workout BCAA formula from our good friends at REDCON1. It is, of course, Breach in the house. Let's get straight into it, show you guys exactly what's in it, tell you exactly what it's going to do. That nutritional information panel ain't going to get it done. We're about to go balls deep in this here REDCON1 Breach. Fortunately, got ourselves a big ass nutritional information panel for the viewers at home. Dilip, go ahead and cut up that panel on the screen so the viewers can play along while they're watching at home. Starting from the top, got yourself one scoop, 11.5 grams. Got yourself about 30 of them one scoop, 11.5 gram bitches. And one of these REDCON1 Breach bitches. In terms of what the 11.5 grams is made up of, REDCON1, as they do with all of their supplements, have gone for full disclosure on their nutritional information panel, which is great because it means we can do a quick sum, add up all of the active ingredients and quickly discover there's 8.5 grams of actives in each 11.5 gram scoop. So we're talking about 74% active ingredients, 26% flavors and sweeteners. There is no artificial coloring used in any of the REDCON1 supplements, Breach being no exception. So it is good. It's what we like to see in terms of the amount of ratio of actives to flavors and sweeteners, especially in a BCAA supplement. Anywhere around that 20 to 25% mark is really good. We're dealing with 26% in this REDCON1 Breach, so definitely towards the nice end of the scale that we like to see with BCAA supplements. In terms of what the 8.5 grams of actives is made up of, starting from the top, you got BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, leucine, isoleucine, and valine in a 2:1:1 ratio, which is the scientifically proven ratio for branched chain amino acids for intra-workout use. We've got 5 total grams, or 5,000 milligrams. For viewers at home who are unaware, BCAAs prevent the breakdown of muscle tissue during workouts. They help reduce delayed onset muscle soreness. They assist with muscle recovery and also increase protein synthesis. The clinical dose of BCAAs is 5 to 10 grams used intra-workout. There is 5 grams in each and every scoop of this REDCON1 Breach, so it is towards the lower end of that dosing range, but still sufficient. Moving right along, we then get into coconut water powder, 1 entire gram, 1,000 milligrams. Coconut water powder contains electrolytes and minerals. The issue with coconut water powder is if it is not standardized for particular electrolytes or particular minerals. We do not know what electrolytes and what minerals are in there and in what dosages, so we can't really comment on what the coconut water powder is going to do in the supplement, apart from make the supplement taste like coconut. Moving right along, we then get into glycerol in a 1,000 milligram or 1 gram dose. Glycerol, we're not sure what form of glycerol they're using in this REDCON1 Breach because they don't tell us. They don't tell us, is it Hydromax glycerol? Is it glycerol monostearate? We're not 100% sure. So we're going to have to assume that it's glycerol monostearate, because if it was Hydromax, they would have had to put the patented version and the logo on the tub. So let's go with glycerol monostearate. This is the glycerol ester of stearic acid. Glycerol in its own right prevents dehydration, increases intracellular concentration of fluid, hyperhydrates muscles, and increases muscle volume. The clinical dose of glycerol is 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams. We've got 1,000 milligrams in each and every scoop of this REDCON1 Breach, so it is once again towards the lower end of that dosing range, but still sufficient. Moving right along, we then get into taurine in a 1,000 milligram dose. Taurine is an amino sulfonic acid. It's not an amino acid, as some people sometimes get confused. It's an amino sulfonic acid. It improves muscular endurance, improves cardiac function, and also boosts blood flow via vasodilation. So it works quite well with glycerol. The clinical dose of taurine is 500 to 2,000 milligrams. We have 1,000 milligrams in each and every scoop of this REDCON1 breach, so it is quite a good dose of taurine, especially for boosting muscular endurance. And then finally, we get into our electrolyte blend. There is 500 milligrams of electrolyte, split 340 milligrams of potassium, 160 milligrams of sodium. So we're dealing with a just over 2-to-1 ratio of potassium to sodium. And I did mention to you guys with the coconut water powder, we can't really say much about the effectiveness of coconut water powder because it's not standardized for specific minerals or specific electrolytes. The electrolytes added to this formula are obviously standardized for those electrolytes. So we know that we're getting, in addition to whatever is in the coconut water powder, we're also getting 340 milligrams of potassium and 160 milligrams of sodium in each and every scoop of this REDCON1 breach. In terms of what the electrolytes are used for viewers at home who are unaware, electrolytes are, scientifically, they're charged particles that can carry an electric current across cells. So potassium in its own right has a concentration higher inside cells than outside, and sodium is the opposite. So the concentration of sodium is higher outside the cells than inside. And what the differential in charge potential does is it controls something called a membrane potential, which is involved in controlling muscle contractions, transmission of nerve impulses, and also helps maintain your heartbeat. Now, when it comes to sodium and potassium, it's kind of tricky when you start talking about electrolyte supplements because, you know, dietary guidelines with potassium and sodium, you know, effectively you want about a 3-to-1 ratio of potassium to sodium consumed from supplements and whole foods and anything you're consuming per day. And the guideline is about 4.7 grams of potassium and about 1.6 grams of sodium. The catch to that is most of us, through our diet and through the way foods are processed these days, are gonna get much more sodium than that. So getting sodium from a supplementary source, you know, considering we're getting enough of it, most of us are getting enough of it in our diet from dietary sources. Potassium, on the other hand, most people don't consume enough of. So to see a big dose of potassium in this REDCON1 breach is good, but then when you're looking at the total daily dose of potassium, you're trying to get around about 5 grams, you've only got 360 in this REDCON1 breach. It's not gonna get you, you know, much the way there to your total dietary intake of potassium. The other thing with electrolytes, this is why electrolytes are so, they make great for marketing. I mean, there's sports drinks out there that have been using electrolytes for decades marketing their sports drinks. The other issue with electrolytes, viewers at home, is that if by the time you're dehydrated, it's too late to get electrolytes. You need to be getting electrolytes before you reach a state of dehydration. So if you are looking to supplement with electrolytes, in addition to what you consume in your daily diet, I'm a big fan of supplementing with them before you work out, not during workout in an intra-workout BCAA supplement. So in my personal opinion, the jury is kind of out on electrolyte supplementations, but we do have electrolyte supplementation, especially intra-workout, but we do have to mention it because there is potassium and sodium and coconut water powder, which yields electrolytes in each and every scoop of this REDCON1 breach. That's enough on electrolytes. Moving right along, got yourself some artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners, no artificial colors. And that's what's in it. So quite a well put together BCAA supplement. The one thing that it's really missing on paper, if you were to get picky and you'd say, you know, this is what our ideal BCAA supplement looks like. The one thing it's really missing is something for muscle pump. So it doesn't have a citrulline or a citrulline malate or an agmatine sulfate or something in there to help with muscle pump. in its own right. It does have glycerol, which is going to help with muscle volume and hyperhydrating muscles, but nothing in particular to affect nitric oxide production specifically. So really on paper, that's the only thing it's missing. It's got a big dose of BCAAs in the proven ratio. It's got taurine in there for muscular endurance. It's got glycerol for muscle volume. For what it's worth, it's got electrolytes in there as well. So it does tick a lot of the boxes that we like to tick when we look at intra-workout BCAA supplementation. In terms of how it tastes, how it mixes, comes in 3 flavors, viewers at home. Comes in watermelon. Comes in blue lemonade. Comes in my personal favorite, strawberry kiwi. Got my personal tub of strawberry kiwi right here in this REDCON1 breach. You can tell it's my personal tub because it doesn't have the what the you call that thing? I don't know, seal on the top. My personal tub of REDCON1 breach. Gonna drop the infamous MassiveJoes taste and mixability test on the viewers at home. Got my TMJ Elite Shaker ready to go. Gonna follow the directions pretty much perfectly. So it says, mix 1 scoop of breach with 8 to 10 ounces of water, and consumer, I think it's supposed to be consume, a little bit of typo on the label there, Redcon, consume before, during, or after your training. So we got just under 10 ounces of water, so it's like 9.5 ounces. So we're going towards the higher end of the water. I'm gonna take myself 1 scoop of this REDCON1 breach. Throw this bitch in this bitch. Throw the lid on top. Give myself a few flicks of the wrist. I'm gonna show you guys how it mixes. Refresh my memory on how this REDCON1 breach tastes. Man. That's enough. Got the MassiveJoes double wall glass, the infamous double wall glass. And check that out, guys. First thing you'll notice, as I mentioned, no artificial colors, so it does kind of have that kind of milky white BCAA color going on. I don't know what you call it, but you can see there's no artificial colors going on. It has mixed pretty well. So there's no real floaters, there's no real sinkers, there's nothing kind of floating, you know, throughout the mixture. The one thing I will say is if you try and mix it in a glass with a spoon, it does not mix. The amino acids will just float on top and you just can't get them to dissolve. So you do have to throw it in a TMJ Apparel Elite Shaker. So I would go so far as to say blender bowl is required. For this here REDCON1 breach, let me refresh my memory on how this strawberry kiwi tastes, man. There's a couple of things that I have to point out about these flavors, because when you guys try the supplement, you'll notice them straight away, and if I don't point them out, you're probably going to come back to this video and call me the first thing is there's a gram of coconut water powder in each and every scoop, so it's almost 10% coconut water powder, and because of that, all of the flavors have quite a strong coconut undertone to them. So strawberry kiwi is almost like strawberry kiwi coconut, blue lemonade is like lemonade coconut, and watermelon is like watermelon coconut. So straight off the bat, if you don't like coconut, you're not gonna like these flavors. Straight up, it's not gonna happen. The second thing is because of the coconut water powder, I don't know if you guys can, you can't really see from the glass there, but it does have a kind of grittiness to it, which is caused by the coconut water powder. So what we're having with these flavors is that big dose of coconut water powder, which we don't really know what it's contributing to the formula because it's not standardized to vitamins, minerals, electrolytes. it does have a big effect on the taste and the texture of this REDCON1 breach. So you do have to keep that in mind. Once you understand that and appreciate that, the flavors are really quite nice. They're quite subtle. They're not overpowering flavors. They're not flavors that are too sweet. They're going to blow your head off sort of thing. They're quite nice. They're quite pleasant to drink during the day if you're using it as a during the day BCAA supplement, or also intra-workout. They're quite pleasant to drink as well. It's not something you're going to sip on during your workout and be like, not looking forward to my BCAA supplement. They are really quite mild, quite pleasant flavors. If I had to rank them in my personal opinion, strawberry kiwi number 1, blue lemonade number 2, and watermelon number 3. In terms of the effects, what was that? Because that's what you're taking the shit for, viewers at home. You're taking it as an intra-workout BCAA supplement, or possibly as a during the day BCAA supplement, depending on your personal preference. As an intra-workout, it's a very solid BCAA supplement. It's gonna get you what you're looking for in a BCAA supplement, primarily being BCAAs, a little bit of muscular endurance, a little bit of muscle volume. The one thing, as I mentioned, that it is missing is nitric oxide production, so you're not gonna get a good muscle pump off it. But in terms of an intra-workout BCAA supplement, it is quite a decent supplement. Especially if you like the kind of undertones of coconut flavor in all of the flavors. As a during the day BCAA supplement, it also fits quite well into this category. And the main reason why it fits quite well into this category is due to the lack of ingredients that you don't want to have during the day. Things like beta-alanine that can give you the tingles if you're drinking it during the day that most people don't really like unless they're training. Things like agmatine, which if you have too much agmatine is going to upset your stomach. So the fact that it doesn't have those sorts of ingredients make it quite ideal for during the day use as something to have with meals or in between meals to increase protein synthesis and muscle recovery while you're not training. The final thing that I will say about this REDCON1 breach is the price point. In the Australian market, you're looking at your 30 serve tub at $59.95. So it is definitely quite an expensive BCAA supplement, definitely towards the higher end of BCAA supplementation. Usually for 30 serve BCAA supplements, we're looking around, your $49.95 mark. And then as you go more serves, you can get down to about $1 per serve. Whereas at $59.95 for the 30 serves, you're looking at $2 per serve. So it is an expensive BCAA supplement. And because of that reason, it is primarily going to be for intra-workout use, not during the day use, because there are definitely better value for money BCAA supplements on the market that fit that purpose a little bit better, especially if you're sipping on it during the day. You won't want to be spending $2 per scoop on this REDCON1 breach. But guys, if you're in the market for quite a unique tasting, very well put together, very well dosed BCAA supplement that's going to help with muscle recovery, help reduce DOMS, help with increasing protein synthesis, you have to give yourself some of this REDCON1 breach a shot, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're watching this on the mobile. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. If you like this video, throw down a comment. We get back to each and every one of them and share this thing around. Let's spread some love, spread some knowledge, spread some exposure for this REDCON1 breach. But guys, that is MassiveJoes RAW review on the all new REDCON1 breach. In the house! And I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay massive.